Hi guys, it's Mandy and I'm going to show you the process of me making Thanksgiving soup. This will be my second time making it. I made it last year for the first time and I'm going to try to repeat that this year. This is going to also be included in my Vlogtober day 29, I think. And yeah, so I want to show you a separate video for everybody that actually wants to see the process of my Thanksgiving soup, because my Vlogtober video won't be labeled Thanksgiving soup. So I thought I'd do a separate video just for you guys to see my Thanksgiving soup process. So I'll show you guys the whole process. Okay, so I'm soaking my potatoes in vinegar and warm water before I actually use them, because I'm going to be using the skin. Whenever I use the skin off potatoes, I always soak them in vinegar and water just to take care of some of the pesticides and nastiness that are on the outside of the skin. Okay, at this point I am opening up 3 cans of Swanson chicken broth, but I actually use 4 cans. And this is just to get my broth going and boiling before I put all of my veggies into the pot. So I wanted to get those going and get that warmed up and bubbling before I did that. Okay, you guys, so at this point I have washed the celery, cut off both ends of the celery, and I am chopping away. And that red bowl right there in the front is actually my version of Rachel Ray's garbage bowl. So all my scraps and everything that I use while I'm cooking will go into the red bowl. And then I will add all of the celery to the clear bowl, and that will be what I'm going to put into the soup, actually. Okay, at this point I am shaving my carrots. They've already been washed. So now I'm shaving the outer layer of carrot off. And I'm using, I think, about 6 or 7 carrots altogether. That's what I used. And at this point, I am now cutting the ends off of the carrots, and I'm chopping away at the carrots. Once again, using my makeshift Rachel Ray bowl for my garbage bowl and all my scraps. I think that's like the best thing ever. And you don't need the actual Rachel Ray garbage bowl. Just go out and buy yourself a bowl and use that for your garbage. I mean, it's perfect, but you don't need the expensive bowl. So all those carrots are going to get put into the soup. Okay, it is potato time, so all the potatoes have been rinsed off from soaking in the vinegar and water, and I am just cutting away at the potatoes, and I'm going to put them into my big bowl and have them prepared to dump into the soup. Okay, so I am cutting half of a large to medium onion. I am peeling back the thick layer and dropping the scraps into my garbage bowl and cutting away at this onion. I'm just going to do it long slices, then I'm just going to dice it across. And there's no perfect way to do this. You just cut it up, and I'm going to saute them in the pan and get them all nice and transparent to go into the soup. Okay, I'm adding butter to the pan that's hot, and I would say I added about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half of butter. You can do olive oil, you can do more butter, you can do less butter, you can do it however you want to do it, but this is how I'm doing it. I will add the onion and just saute away until they look like they're nice and soft, and then I will proceed to add the onion to the soup. I don't know, it just cooks, I don't know, the flavors from it being sauteed first is how I like to do my onions instead of just dropping them in all the time. Some soups I do, some soups I don't. This one I won't. Okay, now I'm going to add the turkey. This is a bowl of turkey that was already made for Thanksgiving, the early Thanksgiving that we had. I'm going to add that to the soup. And I'm also going to add lots of potatoes.
Camera.
I think I did about 9 or 10 potatoes. You have to make the potatoes according to how big your family is. Okay, so this is the leftover gravy that we had from our early Thanksgiving with my in-laws. Just in case you guys didn't catch that, this is the whole process is from this early Thanksgiving that we had. This is the gravy. I'm adding 2 cups of gravy here, but I actually added a 3rd cup afterwards because I wanted it to be a little thicker, so I added a 3rd cup of gravy to the soup. Okay, so I'm making cornbread. I'm using 2 boxes of corn muffin mix, Jiffy brand. That's the butter that I'm going to use. I have 3/4 of a stick of butter. It doesn't cost for butter at all. 1 egg. The recipe does cause for 1 egg per box. I only use 1 egg for 2 boxes. Less egg, a little more sweet. And I'll be melting that butter in the oven on 400 degrees. And then I'll be adding that butter melted to the mix. And then my pan is all nice and buttery and ready for my cornbread mix to go in. So that's another reason why I do that as well. Now I'm going to add milk. I just eyeball it. It calls for 1/3 of a cup per box. I just eyeball it though. I'm going to be stirring that up, pouring the mix into the pan and putting it in the oven 400 degrees, 15 minutes, maybe 20. Okay, so now the gravy is in. I'm going to cover it up and let it simmer on low until the cornbread is finished and cooled off. This is the end result. This is actually a bone. It's actually a turkey leg that's actually in there. I love to have bones in my soup. It gives the broth lots and lots of flavor. So that is the end result. I am loving it. We already have eaten. Most of us have already eaten. I'm going to show you guys the cornbread. This is the cornbread. It's really yummy. But yeah, that's the end of my Thanksgiving soup. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys have questions, please comment down below and let me know what your questions are. And I will get back to you. I try to respond to all of my comments. I thank you guys so much for watching and for commenting. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.